Are you kidding me? Alright. Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and welcome to another Brawlhalla stream. Real quick, I need to go ahead and stop the stream and reset OBS because I can't hear my memes. Give me a second.
Welcome
okay, I'm back.
to Brawlhalla.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. Gaming Under Siege is here. Caps Lock Prime is here. Math Addict is here. And Soulless the Demon is here. So Gaming Under Siege was first. Caps Lock Prime was second. And anyway.
Custom.
I'm going to go ahead and create a room here. Okay, so this week, everyone can play Legends are Lord Vrax, Ada, Bryn, Azoth, Kor, Fate, Petra, Vector, and Jayun. And then, of course, I have Volkov and Mako unlocked as well. So, yes, happy birthday to Caps Lock Prime. He is celebrating his day today. Very cool stuff. Let's see. Are the Halloween colors still in the mall? Looks like it. Hell yeah. Alright, so that's going to be the goal, is to make sure we get Halloween Mako. Let's see. Oh, hey, I have enough, sweet. Okay, there we go. Alright. So much for that goal. Alright, so we still need to get the Volkov black, and eventually we'll be able to get the black skin color palette from Mako as well, so anyway. So yeah, room code 753924. Alright. Yeah, I saw that your Inkay died on Discord. You've been getting sick all day, so your birthday party's postponed for a day. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna jump into the content chat on Discord. There we go. Alright, there we go. Hopefully that's working okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Alright, so Siege is in content chat with me. I am going to go ahead and run the max up to 8. Alright, so I think we're okay to start with just what we've got.
Oi!
Oi, what?
Just popping in to say hi.
Just popping in to say oi. Yeah, I saw that you said oi vey earlier. There we go. Alright, but yeah. Yeah, it sucks about your Dinkay. Sorry about your loss.
Yeah, I'm still upset about it.
Yeah, poor
He was
Stinkay.
she was one level away from evolving.
Poor little Stinkay.
It hurts my soul so much.
Right.
Was this during a Nuzlocke?
Yeah, he was playing a Nuzlocke and his Inkay died right before it was able to level up and evolve into Malamar.
I'm training a Trumbeak right now.
Yay! Alright. Alright. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Yeet. Where are the weapons at? Oh my gosh. That was like instantaneous. Yo, ow.
All the hacks I've been getting lately in this Nuzlocke is just hazardous.
Hacks
Flinching hack, from headbutt, heart stamp, and all that shit. It's annoying the shit out of me.
Dang.
If it weren't bad enough, I'm getting hacked by confusion. Dude.
Dang.
I'm sorry I'm a little aggressive today. I'm working out some serious stress.
It's okay.
Are you okay?
Mako opened up her box of Oops All Vikings cereal.
Nice.
She got her she got her bod bar and baird bar and yeah.
Oh, I always play better when I'm ticked off.
Yeah. Yeet.
Car that
Oh yeah, call for more help, you dipshit.
car that the parental unit and her brother have been allowing me to use almost solely for her benefit. Overheated on the way back from my religious service this past Sunday.
Wow.
And they stopped short of blaming me for everything when it was a radiator that went out. You know, nothing I could have possibly done to accelerate or slow that from happening.
Alright.
So my uncle ponies up the money to fix it. And because I know that this following tirade is coming, the stress causes me insomnia and also very unflattering stomach problems.
Who's this guy in the chat that I can't read his name?
Is it just the three of us? Or is there somebody else in there?
It's talking about YouTube chat, I have no idea.
Oh. Yes, you can absolutely join Abdul.
Abdul.
Abdul, however you want to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm getting the pronunciation horribly wrong here. But yeah, you can absolutely join in. I don't have the room code handy right at the second. We just started, and I haven't memorized it. But yeah, if you want to join in once we get back into the lobby, you certainly can. Plenty of spots left. I am totally gonna lose this now. Alright. And now, the #1 threat facing our nation, bears. Alright.
Haha.
Yeet. Yeet. Eat again. Again. Yeet.
Somebody.
Oh.
Player 2 wins.
Oh. I was so supposed to lose that. Holy crap. Oh, all right.
Mako wins.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy.
So after getting the car back and attempting to run errands despite having flaming digestive problems every 40 minutes,
Alright.
I go over to her place and offer to help do stuff. She tells me to go and get us dinner. I get dinner and then she starts tearing into me.
Yeah.
And I give her 3 strikes. I say, look, I'm not going to do anything for you tonight if you're going to have a feculent attitude. And she says, yeah, well, whatever. F you. I said, okay, strike 1. She continues and
Code,
she...
oh, hang on. Code is, Caps Lock Prime gave it to you just a second ago, 753924. So... Anyway.
So she continues to tear into me. I'm like, okay, strike 2. And she does it again. I'm like, strike 3, I'm out. I pack up my stuff and I go.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting up with abuse anymore.
Right. Okay. Alrighty.
She's been an absolute mess since her cat died.
Yeah.
And I've tried to be the best shoulder to cry on for her.
3, 2,
But
1,
she's just
brawl!
been getting worse and worse as the days go by.
Right.
She only Sunday night told me that she's been having chest pains since the day Daisy, the cat, died. And now I'm worried that she's going to develop broken heart syndrome, and that'll do her in.
Oh, I hate this stage so much. It's not the worst stage, but definitely not a good stage.
Well, maybe it'll make you a better player.
Oh, yeah. Or it'll make me better at bitching about it. Eight.
Maybe you should.
Oh shit! No. Maybe I
It's
should.
good?
This is why I hate that stage. This is why I hate that fucking stage right there. God damn it! Such a shitty stage. Why are you gonna have platforms that you can like fucking accidentally fall through while you're attacking people? Like that's garbage.
Get good?
No. I am terrible at getting good.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah, I'm typically the kind of person who plays games.
Oh my god.
Oh no! My sword! How am I supposed to get good without my sword? Oh my god.
Oh, I can't wait for the swoosh stream tomorrow. So it's gonna be the stream where we start voice chat.
Alright. Yeah, it wasn't really necessary for raids, but the max adventures, I think that, especially for the parts with the path, it's really necessary for people to be able to call out, you know, what mons they can see in silhouette and everything, so we can make.
Yes, because the timer is so short.
Yes, the timer is stupid dick short. Like.
Yeah, they're so timer happy when it comes to like max adventures.
Yeah, I don't know why everything online with Pokemon has to be a timer fest. I really don't. Like, just let us enjoy the damn game. Like,
yeah, just
like you should be able to search for games with and without timer. Honestly, like that would
yeah,
make it better.
Swoosh, please chill with the timers.
Right.
You don't have to be timer happy
Oh
about
my
it.
god! See, you got killed by that crappy stage design too.
Wins.
I'm just saying. This stage is ass. All right. I don't think that was intentional at all. I mean, if it was, please correct me. But it looked like you got killed by the shitty stage design. Like, sorry for your loss.
Mako.
That map terrible.
That map terrible. Yeah. See. Please do something about that map. It's shit. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like, the whole layout of it, that map is just, that stage is just designed to kill people in it. Like, it's just not cool.
I wish there's a way I can give this thing rock blast.
Construction site from hell. Like,
3, 2,
it's so
1,
bad.
brawl.
This is the good place right here.
Hunger, do you happen to remember how to unlock the Amiibo functionality in Breath of the Wild?
I think it's somewhere in the options or settings, if I remember correctly, but it's been a while since I cracked that game open, but But yeah, I'd
'Cause
have to take a look at it.
Yeah, I just left the Great Plateau, and I thought that, you know, like, the last shrine would also be the Amiibo shrine, because you have to use it with the Sheikah Slate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a tutorial on it at some point. Maybe when you get to the village, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm headed.
Yeah.
So aside from that, the copy I'd gotten from GameStop turned out to not work. It froze in the middle of King Rome's exposition movie sequence.
Yeah.
So I'll be borrowing that Link Amiibo a little bit longer than expected. That's okay, you know where I live. You can come and break my arms if it takes too long.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Let's do a little ad-lib. I'll be a Mako shark, and you all can be baby seals. Yeet.
Fuck it. I'm using it here.
Ah! Okay, baby seals aren't supposed to do that. Just saying.
This
Alright.
baby seal likes the club U.
No. That's it. You can't be a Russian baby seal. That's illegal. In Soviet Russia, seals club you. Yeet.
How far along did you play Hyrule Warriors?
I've played several stages on that.
Oh
I've
my
unlocked,
God,
like,
I did not
5 or
mean to
6
do that.
characters already.
How many?
5 or 6.
Oh. Did you ever unlock all of Link's weapons?
I don't think so. I think I've still got 1 or 2.
Okay, well there's one that lines perfectly up with the old Soviet Russia joke.
Oh
You unlock the Great Fairy. It's technically a weapon,
no. Uh-huh.
but it's more like you're playing as the Great Fairy.
Oh. She's
And the
picking
way
up
that
Link
it-
and swinging him around.
Yeah, it's like the Soviet Russia joke. In Soviet Hyrule, fairy bottles you.
Right. That's
Because Link is in a bottle while she's traipsing around and smashing enemies. It's hilarious. But you have to unlock her.
What?
You have to unlock her in the adventure mode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where most of the unlocks are.
No,
Ugh.
it's
I mean,
kind of 50-50.
yeah. I don't know.
There's only 4 characters that you unlock through adventure mode, and only 2 of them are arguably any good.
Yeah, well. I don't know. With those Muso games, it's all about how many characters you can unlock, though.
And that varies from game to game.
Right. Like, that's half the point of playing, though, is to unlock characters.
Yeah, you unlock the bulk of them through just beating the main story mode, or of course the DLCs.
Snap. Oof. Oof. Oh, they're in the death chamber. Oh, there you go.
Player 4 wins.
Ooh. GG. Alright. JDM Shadows gifted me the nice bow emote. So.
Mako.
Alright.
Mako.
Mako! Oh, wait. I should do the Halloween colors I just got. I forgot. I got Halloween Mako. Brawlhaven. Brawlhaven. Alright. We're gonna be in Brawlhaven, apparently. Random Gamers,
3,
what's up?
2, 1, brawl.
Hey, I haven't seen Random Gamers in a while.
Man. Random Gamers, he was streaming the other day. He was streaming a game called Rock of Ages, I think it was. And
Oh.
and you're playing as a rock and trying to roll over things. The
Sounds
boulder
very
puns,
memey.
the boulder puns going on in chat were amazing. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
I bet he was rocking with it.
Yeah. One of these days we're gonna do a collab. I don't know what on yet. Like we've been talking about a couple things. We'll see kind of where it goes, but yeah, we're definitely gonna do something.
Oh god.
Oh god, no. That game rocks your world.
The game rocked your world.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
So is that game like a more destructive version of Marble Madness or Monkey Ball?
Yeah, it kind of is. Like basically you're rolling around and you're trying to smash various enemy targets. Like...
Oh, but wait. Oh my god, why did I do that?
Oh no.
Why did I do that?
I don't know why you did that. I don't know what you did.
I didn't teach this thing Fury Cutter. I forgot this thing has skill link.
Oh. Fury Cutter is
Oh
not
wait, no,
not
Fury
one of the
Fury Attack,
Yeah,
excuse me.
Fury Attack is different, but yeah. Fury Cutter is the... Wow.
Yeah, Fury
wow,
Cutter's
that
the bug
kill
version.
though. That was the
I can't believe I just
cheesiest
did
kill.
that.
Oh my
Fucking
gosh.
shit.
I'm not gonna be able to shit for a week that kill was so fucking cheesy. Like... cheese content on that kill.
Can I relearn that?
I mean, depending on the game, you should be able to go to remove relearner. Set.
You're worried about your
Yeah, but you get the move relearners all the way at the end of the game.
Oh man.
And that's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
It's
you
so
know,
sad.
In Gen 8, there's one in every Pokemon Center. It's kind of lit. Not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie.
know. But in
Ah, it survived! Yes!
What the fuck? He summoned a Golbat.
The shark survives! Living shark. I'm sorry. I'll just be over here not dying. Don't worry about me.
At least my
Yeet again.
at least my Magneton, my Magnemite became Magneton before it died.
Yep.
But it didn't die. But, you know, I still have it. I'm just happy I have it though.
Mako playing some Lord Brax pinball over here.
Stop Confuse Ray!
Right? Oof! The yeet!
Player 2 wins.
Ooh.
I fucking hate these Zubats, dude.
You don't feel right when you do these jokes, but maybe one day you'll be a little bolder. Those rock puns, though. Oh my gosh. GG, everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mako.
See, don't
Fucking
let this,
hell.
don't let this fool you. I'm not good at this game. I promise. I'm not saying you guys are bad because you're losing to me. I'm just saying I'm not good.
I've got my hand sight on the prize.
Oh my gosh.
His Random Gamer says.
Yeah, I saw it. Some of these
My
puns
God!
some of these puns are pretty rocky.
And a sight. Yeah, I get it. Fucking.
Can't just take those rock puns for granted.
Right?
not sure if I can sand them.
Well, you know, some people will stonewall you if you use them.
Oh my god. Why does everything have Confused Ray?
I don't know. Because some Pokemon games enjoy being cancer.
Yeah, right. Fucking confusion hacks along with flinch hacks.
That's why they recently nerfed confusion, because people were getting upset about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nerf, I find it to be interesting and mildly hypocritical to their
I can't believe I didn't get Fury Attack to my Trumbeak.
to their previous philosophy. Because I remember back when we were kids, Nerf prided itself on not using mechanical means to shoot their foam
Good,
darts.
kill yourself.
Yeah.
But now you've got all sorts of mechanical machine gun style Nerf
Right.
toys.
Yep. Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to survive.
Well, it's not like there's any
Track packs and
competition.
pair hacks.
There is
Thanks,
there
Mail
is
Organ.
competition. There's generic Nerf shit everywhere.
Well, I'm talking about like a real duopoly or triopoly
Well,
type
you know,
of
like there
competition.
might not be like one brand, but it's one of those things where one of the reasons for
Oh
that
my
is because
God,
Nerf's been
why?
staying on top of
Don't.
it, and they're not letting their competitors
Don't.
put out stuff that they don't have. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have to look hard to find a generic Nerf toy.
Shitter.
Oh fuck. Oh god.
Knockout.
Oh
I
no.
mean, I don't really. I don't really have
We'll
a
battle
dog
for
in the
the,
race.
Alright, I know.
I've got a pair of neon green Maverick X6s or whatever, and it's all the Nerf I'll need for the rest of my life.
Right.
And they're mostly used for
Dominating.
feline discipline.
Right. Well, you see, in their commercials they used to say it's Nerf or nothing, so I have nothing for. That's not true, actually. I have a gun that shoots marshmallows.
I keep telling myself I
Damn.
want to buy a potato gun, but I never buy potatoes, so it'd be kind of a waste.
Right. Yeah. See, when I buy potatoes, I turn them into French fries and eat them. So. Oh gosh. Oh god, no.
Berserk.
I like them baked and mashed,
Yeah, well.
not both at the same
Has
time,
anyone
mind
seen
you.
those YouTube videos of a husband harassing his wife with a Nerf gun? No, I have not.
Who came up with that idea? Daddy of 5?
Abdul King, GG, you got that
Damn.
one. That was nice gameplay.
Mako.
No.
No wait,
Thanks.
Mako.
there we go. Halloween Mako. Here we go.
Ooh, that looks pretty sweet.
Damn, that looks cool.
You are shark. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Read your comment. Why doesn't everyone have confused Ray? I don't know, because then people named Ray would be
Now she looks
confused
like an
for no
orca.
reason.
Shark.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Picked up Twilight Princess HD today.
Okay.
Gave it a quick test drive because, again, it was from GameStop. But it was in absolutely pristine condition. Technically cost me only $10. Had one of those reward gift card things that were $45 on it. And I'd gotten it from fulfilling certain gamified things with my insurance, including getting a flu shot. That was a few weeks or a month ago. I was dumb enough to get both my flu shot and the pneumonia shot in the same day. and it made me really, really sick.
Wow.
So after I got that card
Damn.
from doing that, I'm like, I'm gonna save this for something really special. I think once I find another copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X, I might be done collecting Wii U games.
Oh, snap. Dang it. Oof.
Ooh, a tall outskirts.
Yeet.
Dominating.
Oh, there's those guns again. Uh-oh. Woofed. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Alright. Didn't your mother ever teach you it's not necessarily nice to throw things?
Player 3
Yeah.
wins.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm not gonna read your comment about hanging, okay? uh.
Right? That sounds a little over the top.
Yeah, you know. You got to go. All right. Appreciate you hanging out with us, though. That was really cool. All right. Sweet.
Is that all that lives here?
All right, here we go. All right.
Fucking shit.
Oh gosh, no. You are shark. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Alright. Thanks, random.
Isn't that the opening of
Fist of the North
Fist of
Star.
North Star?
Yeah,
Okay.
he said, they say you are shock, but like like they're talking about shock, like, but it's, but you know, if you bastardize it a little bit, it's you are shark. They're singing about how Mako is a shark. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, the Fist of the North Star Musos were my first ones.
Oh man. I need to play some Fist of the North Star video games.
There's one on the PS4 I have.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
haven't really touched it yet.
There's a gacha game on mobile.
3, 2, 1,
Ick.
brawl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cringe, low-key. Like, you know, honestly, it's funny because I avoided the Overlord gacha game like the plague because I didn't agree with the premise of it. I thought it was dumb. I thought it sounded like I thought the premise for that game sounded like a really dumb movie or fanfic or an OAV, you know. I was like, nah.
Overlord. That's in the 360 game you like?
No,
or was it
there's a Overlord video game based on the anime,
Okay.
and it's a gacha game, but like the premise of it is, you know, like really stupid, like in the context of the story, you know. So I've been steering clear of it. It's called like Overlord Black Mass or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, I've been steering clear of their gacha game because it like just the premise of it in the context of the story is really dumb, and I can't stand it. It's funny because they were doing a promotion with another gacha game called AFK Arena where some of the characters were appearing. And so I started playing AFK Arena, and it's really good.
AFK Arena.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm working on trying to unlock the Overlord characters in AFK Arena right now, and it's really fun. You know, and I thought Brawlhalla had some overpriced crossover characters, but AFK Arena, holy shit!
No option to earn them through gameplay?
No, you do have options to earn them through gameplay, which is the saving grace. Because if you didn't, like, there would be absolutely no way. I'd be like, nah, fuck this game. Because seriously, if you want to just fast unlock either of them, like one character, $100 a pop.
Egads.
Yeah. And if you just started playing and it's your first time unlocking one, then they give you an 85% discount to 15, but that's still $15 for one fucking character, which is way more than Brawlhalla ever thought about charging, you know.
I hadn't done the math for how much it costs in real money for Brawlhalla.
It's like $10 for one stinking character. Something around there.
Considering they all play like an existing character,
right?
There's
It's
little
literally
incentive.
just a cosmetic thing, and it's like, you know, like with the ones, at least with AFK Arena, there's actually a difference in the way the character plays. It's not just like a reskin of an existing character or something, but you know. Hey, original name. How's it going?
Hey, Aquan.
But anyway, but yeah, there are ways to earn in-game currency and pick them up, so I'm pretty stoked about that. You're on a bus, okay? Are you going to be dropped onto a Fortnite island, or is it a different kind of bus?
To or from where?
Yeah. Ah, just barely. Yeet!
Shut down.
Shut down. I didn't realize I was dominating.
Yeah, well, you know, you were doing
Wait,
something
you won't be
right.
at your destination until tomorrow?
That's pretty busted.
You're moving in with your friend. Fun.
You're moving in with your friend. Finally. Is your friend in Oklahoma? Just you know, asking.
Where is it?
You going north or south? Closer to me or farther away? Where are you going? Alright.
Huh. He wishes.
Alright.
Oh God.
Oh! Oh! You're going north. Ooh, well, that's not bad. You're in Texas, right? I mean, you'll be farther away. Wait, how far north are you going? Going up to Alaska? What are you what are you doing?
Where the fuck? Are you by yourself?
Yes, he's out on his own.
God. Okay. Sure.
Good. Good. Yeah, you do that. You be closer.
Okay. Good. You better be.
Alright. Alright. Mako! Freaking Halloween shark. Mako.
Is there really nobody else who wants to play with us tonight?
Man. I mean, original name's on a bus, so I don't expect him to be able to jump in, so. And I got a message from JDM Shadows several hours ago on YouTube saying that he was tired and asked him when the stream was going to be, but I didn't see it until I was about to start streaming, so I don't know if he got my reply saying the stream was going to be starting about an hour, so.
The Ludified will play.
Well, original name,
mobile data, right?
Original name, if you're hearing this, wish you best. Safe travels.
Eludified says I'll play hold on, so yeah. Crap. I caught that a little too late. But yeah, go ahead and jump in.
3,
and
2, 1, brawl!
And we'll get you on the next one.
Hope everything works out for your original name.
Alright.
And your roommate and all that.
Sometimes you just gotta punch people with a shark. Alright.
I just got nose pass as my encounter.
Nosefest is the one that looks like a Moai statue with a Rudolph nose, right?
Nose pass is meant to look more like a compass, but yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it's basically.
I've got the right image in mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
See, I like the strange and scary looking Pokemon. You know, the ones that actually look like monsters. Not just like a dog that can breathe fire.
Right.
Although some of those simpler designs are kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
You mean like Amiibo Sand maybe?
Like who?
Oh God!
The sandcastle.
What happened? Why,
Oh, right.
Why am I leading this? I'm like, wait, why am I suddenly in the lead? I'm not the threat. Hey. I'm a friendly neighborhood shark. You know me.
Friendly neighborhood killer shark?
Yeah, you know. There was a sketch on a sketch comedy show I was watching one time, and it was talking about how, like, you know, it was basically it was a bunch of people, and there was a shark that was like randomly eating them during the sketch. But they were like, oh, he looked so sad when he was doing it. Like, oh, he must have a really good heart. He feels remorse, you know, like, but he still keeps eating everybody. He's like, he's got to eat to survive, but he feels awful about it, you know. You know, and everybody's just like ho hum about, like, nobody's panicking or whatever. They're just like, oh well, you know, he's a good heart, you know. Like, if I got to get eaten by somebody, I guess I'm glad it's him, you know. Like, it's just.
Gotta eat to live, got to kill to eat. Otherwise, we'd get along.
I just found a TM Leech Life. Who gets Leech Life? Only Ribombi.
Incineroar gets leash life.
I don't have Incineroar.
Oh, well, that's terrible. Because
I chose the
had
water
one.
starter.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Yeet!
Shut down.
Code, please. All right, we'll get you a code.
Maybe if I get lucky for the next Wonder Trade, I'll get a Litten.
753924.
There you go. I'm thinking that's it. I don't have it memorized, but apparently.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, I got a couple people writing it down because I know people are going to ask. So, if only I had that kind of foresight.
Oh, I forgot this fucker has Brick Break.
Oh God.
I only wrote it down because I only have one screen to work with, so.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Why didn't I get free breaks to this earlier? I was just sticking with Rock Smash the entire
Oh God! I got golfed the fuck out of there.
Oh!
I've been golfed on.
God damn.
I'll let you grab that weapon if you want it.
Okay.
Or that one.
I will take the weapon. It's the Wolverine by X-Men. It eliminates even tough bear stains. Alright, look out.
See ya, Aquan.
Bruh. Oh!
Fuck.
The name's Hobgoblin. Oh, sorry. Crap! Should be over here. Sword!
Oh shit.
Nope, 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 nope. Nope.
Heavy sword help.
No, 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 no. Yeet. Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
Player 2 wins.
Oh, that was close. That was too close.
Maybe I shouldn't have been so nice.
Yeah, well. Alright.
Yeah, never be nice when you're playing like you know,
Stop sending me
Brawlhalla
room
or
invites.
Smash
It's never gonna
Bros.
happen. Alright, so we got another person in now already.
You gotta play dead
If
serious.
anybody else wants to join in, we still have the code available, 753924. It's up on the screen.
Nemesis. Awesome name.
Nemesis.
Alright. Alright.
I gotta disagree. I don't play super aggressively unless I really need to blow off steam, and
Right.
most of that steam is gone now.
Tyrone, seriously. Why you gotta do that? You know, if I'm on and I'm playing, I'm streaming, and I'm not gonna join your room. I've got my own room. I got people in it. Like,
Full
I
car.
don't know why people just randomly spam room invites at me. Alright, there we go.
Oh, it's like you know, your old Minecraft streams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our first more than 4
Tyrone.
of the night. So, oh, there's Tyrone. There you go.
3,
Alright.
2, 1, brawl.
So Tyrone jumped in on this one instead of Bairdvar. Oh, snap. Weapon. Give weapon.
Oh god, up ahead is the thing. Ah, I could have had Stuffle, dude.
Could have been
Although-
stuffed full of what? Oh. Sorry, I misunderstood there.
No, the Pokemon Stuffle.
I know. I'm aware. I turned it into an innuendo for laughs.
Yeah, I realize that now. I don't know if Provo Pass was better than Beware or not.
God.
Knockout.
Okay. Well, Beware wins in a fight, so Beware's better.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but
That's definitely not how that works, by the way. Like, it just depends on the situation you're in.
Dominating.
Big man Tyrone, right?
yeah.
I am literally getting rocked off
Stop.
this map right now. This map is absolute ass. This map would have been better for Mako. I could just sit there and stick spam. Volkov actually has to work on this map.
Fuck these guys and their priority attack dropping.
Getting well acquainted with those baby doll eyes.
Yep. They're double baby doll eyeing me.
Like
freaking crazy.
He's making eyes at me. Oh god. Fuck.
They're making the ooh face at me.
Damn.
Oh no!
I got decimated there.
Not
Holy
bide.
shit.
Please no.
Don't bide me, bro.
Bide scares the shit out of me when I'm doing Nuzlocke.
So are they President Biden then?
Probably.
Right? They're just biding their time.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
so
killing
sad.
this shithead now.
Alright.
Oh, the last 5 seasons of political theater have been incredibly interesting
Oh
and
my
entertaining.
god.
Big man, Tyrone.
Somehow I don't think that this season finale is quite over.
Right. Yeah, I'll breathe a sigh of relief in January when he finally leaves the White House, if that happens. You know, I'm sure he's gonna do everything he possibly can to freaking stay in there.
Well, considering there's been people on both sides calling shenanigans.
Yeah.
How does the damage on Bide work?
Here's the thing, right? So everybody who thinks that there was some sort of conspiracy to steal the election and that there were people stuffing ballots in ballot boxes and whatnot, if the Democrats were going to pull something like that, if they were capable of coordinating that type of conspiracy on that type of a level and scale, then why wouldn't they take the congressional seats that they wanted as well? There were plenty of congressional seats on those ballots. Why did they let the Republicans have as many as they got? Like, the Republicans still have a lead in the Senate, and they didn't really lose that much ground in the House. So it's one of those things where, if the Democrats were trying to run away with the election, then why did they settle for just getting rid of Trump? Why didn't they get rid of some of the Republican senators like Mitch McConnell too? Like, so
because it's easier. It's easier to blackmail.
No,
it's easier to blackmail and manipulate. It's easier to blackmail and manipulate the lower level people than it is the one in the top office.
No, it doesn't work that way. Like, it's one of those things where if you're the Democrat, like if the narrative is the Democrats are the ones doing the thing, Mitch McConnell's not going to do what they say no matter what, and he was on the ballot. Like, they could have gotten rid of Mitch McConnell if they were doing some sort of big conspiracy to steal the election. Like, Mitch McConnell's somebody you definitely want to get rid of if that's what you're doing, because Mitch McConnell has been systematically replacing the legislature in this country with Republicans. If you're looking for a conspiracy, that's the one you need to be focusing on right there.
Well, I'm of the opinion that our elections have been more or less controlled and fixed for ages.
I mean,
and the whole reason why they let Trump win is because everybody unanimously hated Clinton.
But it wasn't unanimous. She lost. She won the popular vote. Like, it was very close.
And then there's people who claim that the only reason anyone wins a popular vote is from illegal votes.
I mean, there's plenty of people that claim that. None of them are right, but they claim
3, 2, 1,
but it's one of those things where...
And I take the George Carlin approach when it comes to politics. I see it as nothing more than entertainment.
Right. And, that's perfectly fine,
And the only reason I'm sad to see Trump go, if that happens to be the case, is because it'd be the end of the most entertaining 5 seasons of it that I've ever lived to see.
I mean, I don't think it's entertaining watching somebody, like, literally try to flush our democracy down the toilet, but,
Well, it was supposed to be a republic, but it ceased to be that before we were even born.
Right. A democratic republic.
Constitutional republic with a limited democracy.
Right. If you want to get super
now he
technical
evolved and take the EV line off him now.
But it's not like North Korea, which says it's a democratic people's republic, and that completely is not.
And we're well on our way to becoming just like them.
Well, we were. I don't know if we still are, but we'll see.
Well, we've got the same framework as China with their social credit system in the works.
If the legislature decides to remove term limits, that's when you worry. You know,
I don't worry.
Like if you're gonna worry about politics, that's when you start worrying. Is when somebody comes along and says, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and get rid
I
of."
kind of wish I
limits."
gave this thing serious, Zach. I gotta be honest.
I think we should. I think we should eliminate term limits.
Oh.
We should appoint a king, and every 20 years, if we decide that he's done badly enough, we just rise up and kill him.
I mean, that works
But I think it's
until
really-
the king takes away all of your ammunition and guns and any other means of killing him. Like that's the whole. It's one of those things where that's.
Oh well, they're not gonna just flat out take weapons away. They're gonna do it through sneakier means, like the red flag laws, where someone can anonymously say, "Oh, I think this person down the street has a bunch of guns and they're dangerous."
Yeah.
And then the cops come and knock on the door and demand the weapons without any trial, no evidence, and eventually cops will start getting murdered at the front door like that.
Well, and if they do, then they kind of deserve it because here's the thing. When it comes to stuff like that, the Constitution actually protects against that. Because here's the thing, if you're a police officer and you violate someone's human rights in the course of duty, your office does not protect you from repercussions for that. It's illegal, So it's one of those things where if you're doing something that violates someone's rights and they defend themselves, there's actually courts that have upheld that. Like there was a case recently where a judge basically ruled that you can defend yourself against cops when they're violating your rights like that. So
yeah, but unfortunately, it's the court of public opinion that ultimately matters, because there's a guy who had defended himself with a gun. Guy was trying to choke himself. Guy was trying to jump on his back and choke him. And he warned him, get off me, I will shoot you. He shoots the guy, he gets charged, and then they drop the charges, and then they reinstate the charges, and then the guy ends up committing suicide.
Well,
because
the guy shouldn't have killed himself. Like, he had a good case there.
Well, the thing is, he had been lambasted in public, and he was most likely going to get hunted down and murdered after getting acquitted.
Man, it's one of those things where if you think that gets yourself that you can get police protection. Say, hey, you put me in this position, so you got to protect me. All right, see you later, Soulless Demon. Because it's one of those things where the court of public opinion is shit, but the court of public opinion also forgets after a little bit.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Like they don't hang on to that shit forever.
The internet never forgets.
The internet never forgets, but. You look at Donald Trump. Look at all the shit that Donald Trump has done, and how long people harped on each individual thing. They forgot about it as soon as he did something new. But it's one of those things saying, "Oh, the internet never forgets." It's like, yeah, but society as a whole sure as hell stops giving a shit about certain things after a while. But I'm not. If the guy was a YouTuber or something, then he might have some problems. But
he was a bar owner, and it was after a long series of situations where the cops were actually screwing him over.
Well, then in that case, you can sue over that type of shit. If you have a case, then you can get vindicated in court. It's one of those things where it definitely shouldn't have been something.
Justice for those who can afford to pay for it.
I mean, you say that, but if you win your case, you can get legal fees from your opponent. It's literally part of our system where if you sue somebody and you have a good case and you beat them, or if they sue you and you have you have a good case and they have a frivolous case and you beat them, then you can get your legal fees back.
Yeah, isn't it called extreme prejudice or something like that?
No, it's not. Extreme prejudice is when they dismiss a case and it's not able to be tried again. Okay. So if you're in a civil case and let's say you sue Nintendo because of some stupid reason, my Joy-Con drift made me kill myself or something, or whatever the fucking dumb frivolous reason that you sued them for is, and the judge dismisses your case, sometimes in a civil case, when the judge dismisses it, they can say, hey, you know, you didn't really have enough evidence to convince me, but if you want to try to retry the case, then you can come up with some more evidence and do it again. But if they dismiss it with extreme prejudice, it means, or with prejudice, it doesn't have to be with extreme with prejudice. When a case is dismissed with prejudice, it means that case cannot be brought before the judge again. It means that your case is frivolous. It never will be more than frivolous. It's done. You know, the matter is completely closed. You know. So yeah.
Thanks for clearing that up. I'd heard the phrase extreme prejudice. I forgot.
Yeah, extreme prejudice is just is kind of a movie type term, like with extreme prejudice. Like, as far as I know, it's with prejudice is just the legal term. But yeah, it's just one of those things where because people bring frivolous suits all the time, and to stop the legal system from getting bogged down with too many frivolous claims, they just the ones that are the most outlandish and outrageous get dismissed with prejudice to prevent them from tying up another court. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. You're not allowed to play. Dang. Sorry, it's gospel. Oh man, that was a nice win, Vector. Nemesis Vector. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, you know, the fact that people think that the Democrats are capable of pulling off some multinational or multi-state conspiracy, but that they wouldn't take the whole shebang and they would just settle for presidency is just mind-blowing to me. Tomorrow's stream will be Pokemon Sword. So that is what we're doing tomorrow. You know. So yeah, next week's stream, next Brawlhalla stream will probably be Tuesday of next week. So it's like a once per week type thing. I think that's the formula that's been working best for Brawlhalla. Keeps people from getting burnt out or bored with it. You know, I mean, you're free to play in your own time and get burnt out and bored with it, but you know, but I'm enjoying playing it about once a week, and I really look forward to these streams. And I think you know. There have been times where I've done more than one a week. Like, you know, if I have a free day, sometimes I'll do a Brawlhalla stream. But for now, the only definite scheduled day for Brawlhalla is Tuesday. So
I get a little annoyed with myself when I don't catch the second Brawlhalla game.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, it's just something that I do periodically. That, you know,
like a filler day.
Yeah, well, like, you know, sometimes I would do it on Thursdays, back when Thursdays were free. Now Thursdays have Octopath Traveler. And I got copyright claimed on Octopath Traveler, so the subsequent Octopath Traveler streams are going to have no in-game music. The rest of the sound effects will remain on, but the music will be gone, and we'll be playing copyright-free sounds during the stream. So that's what I had to do with Minecraft when they copyright claimed me over their in-game music. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to sit there and let you keep sharing my revenue for, you know, shit that it arguably should be a fair use and that you shouldn't be getting credit for. You know, but it is your music. I can't dispute that. So if you want to copyright claim it, then I'm just going to turn it off. You know.
Yeah, what I think kind of caused that is that there was a number of YouTubers that just posted entire video game soundtracks, most of them Nintendo, and I won't deny having downloaded a large number of them as well.
Right.
And Nintendo kind of got wind of that, and I'm like, nope.
Well,
so they all got striked or forced to remove.
Well, and that's the thing. If my videos were just the soundtracks, then I'm sure they would have striked them, but they weren't. Instead, they identified it as a cover song and let me share the revenue. You know, trying to be like, it's like, oh, they won't dispute the claim if we're just making them share. And it's like, yeah, well, I also won't let you get any more claims on me. How about that? You know?
Yep.
If you're that fucking greedy, you're making millions of dollars selling your fucking video games, but you gotta fucking come at my little channel and fucking copyright claim my little streams, then yeah, go fuck yourself. Like...
Yeah, that's kind of the same. Kind of the same approach I'm going to be taking when I do videos.
Well, like I said, some games are perfectly okay. Like they know they're going to be streamed. They don't copyright claim their shit. Like Nintendo has even said, like they've basically given permission. Like it's like an unofficial sort of a license that you have with Nintendo that says, hey, if you use our music, or if you use in-game music during your streams while you're playing the game and you're playing the original version of the game that's not hacked or modified on its original intended device, then we're not going to fuck with you about it. That's basically what they said. It sucks because Octopath Traveler does have some really nice in-game music. I was really enjoying the OST, but I also really enjoy YouTube earning me revenue. So.
Mako.
Okay, you can stop joining and leaving over and over again if you like.
Yeah, the username is Die Hunger. You have an enemy already?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Or is it De Hunger? Like De Valkyrie?
I don't know. Anyway, if everybody else wants to go ahead and pick their legends, then we can go ahead and get in here.
Did you kick him?
Nah. Alright. I guess we're going with just this. I mean, seriously, if that's all that you're gonna do with your fucking time, get a new hobby. Seriously. Who wants to devote that much of their time to harassing somebody online? Seriously. Like, if that's not a joke, if that's just somebody trying to fucking harass me, get the fuck over yourself. Seriously. Yeah, I've pissed a few people off, especially with this Minecraft series. Because I'm on a realm now that only has 10 available spots, and some people are butthurt that they're not one of those 10 spots, even though they were griefing and killing villagers and killing animals. And I'm not saying that everybody who's not one of those 10 spots was doing that, but I'm saying that a lot of the people who have been griping and complaining about it are the people that caused me to make the decision to do that. And it's one of those things I can't. And I say 10 spots. 7 of those spots are already claimed, and the other 3 are being held for specific people. So there are no spots that I'm gonna give anybody. Okay, unless I hear from those specific people that I've kind of earmarked those spots for, I am not giving them to anybody. All right. So. Unless I hear from those people and they say, hey, don't hold my spot, then, I'm saving those spots for them. So I appreciate...
I kind of hope... Sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate people's interest in playing, but it's really kind of pissing me off the way that people are acting about it, getting all butthurt because they can't play with me. It's like, I'm not the only way you can play Minecraft. Alright? If you want to play Minecraft, knock yourself the fuck out. But you're not going to play on my server. Especially if the way that you like to play is by briefing people. But anyway.
Did you ever figure out who it was that was burying you that one day?
Pretty sure it was either Regal Pro Time or Killer. One of the two. Anyway.
Oh, what I was gonna say was I hope I'm not one of the people you're holding a spot for, because
Yeah.
I just firmly decided this past week I'm not going to get into Minecraft.
Oh, see, there you go. See. So yeah. That's what
That
I'm talking
opens
about.
up a spot, then yay.
Yeah, so if that frees up a spot, then yay. Because I got other people that are asking for it. So just don't change your mind later and be like, hey, can you kick somebody so I can get in there? Because you know.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to find it for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
And $30 is more than I want to spend right now for something that I may have very limited interest in.
Right.
And considering your Minecraft streams go on for hours upon hours,
and nobody's saying that you have to be there the entire stream. Like, and the thing with the realm is that you get to play in the world while I'm not there, so you can play while I'm not streaming, and make stuff for me to look at when I'm on stream. You know, like Root Dolphin in 3 days made this big ass arena. And he showed it to me on stream. It was very cool. And he's not completely done with it, he says, but it looks very awesome. Yeah. He put a lot of thought into it.
yeah, I do appreciate you keeping a spot open for me tentatively, but if it comes down to the wire, you've got only that one last slot open, and someone who really deserves it is asking to join in, then go ahead, give
Well, like
it.
I said, I've got no shortage of people asking to join in. So.
Well, someone who
right.
deserves it.
Yeah, no, I've got a couple of deserving people that have been asking to join in. I've been saving the spots, so you know, it's one of those things where, like, if I know for sure that somebody I've been saving a spot for doesn't want it, then I will go ahead and give it to somebody else. But I just want to make sure that they know that if the thing fills up, I'm not kicking somebody for anybody. Like unless somebody royally fucks up or they leave voluntarily, I'm not freeing up a spot, and I don't want to put anybody in a position where they feel like they have to leave voluntarily so somebody else can have their spot either. You know, like that's not fair to them. So I want everybody to have a lot of fun playing Minecraft, and I really am sick of the drama over it. Like, but you know, and you know, it's one of those things where if you come into my chat and all you're doing is spewing hate, I'm going to block you. Like, there's no. Like, you know, it's one of those things where I'll have a debate with you if that's what you want to do, but if you're just spamming fuck you every time you enter my chat, you're going to get blocked, alright? Like, that's just what happens, you know, because I've had to block somebody that was coming to Minecraft streams because they didn't understand why they couldn't play in the new realm, and, you know, it's like, you know, I explained why, and they still couldn't fucking handle the truth, so they started spamming fuck you, so I was like, you know what, you're blocked, you know? I'm done, you know, like, once the conversation devolves to that point, I'm done dealing with you, you know? If that's all you want to do is spam fuck in my comment section and all that shit, then you're not adding anything meaningful to the conversation at that point, and I'm just not going to let you interact with people on my channel, you know? But yeah, it's sad. You know.
People suck.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I know that a lot of these people are little kids too. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, fucking, you know, this is why I don't target kids. I don't necessarily want kids watching the stream unless they're mature enough to handle it. You know, if you're gonna be that immature, then you're just reinforcing my not wanting to have kids on my stream. You know, and I'm not gonna make it easy for you. You know, you know, there are so many kids that are spoiled and they're used to having everything handed to them, and you know, like that one person who was griefing, and I kicked them, and they're like, "You have to give me another chance." I'm like, "No, I don't have to do anything." You know, like where's that law written down? You know. Like, you know, and that's one of the reasons I like playing Brawlhalla, because Brawlhalla, I don't have to deal with a lot of that shit. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, if they want to freaking sit there and, you know, like, there's not too much that somebody could do in Brawlhalla besides just come in and kick your ass. You know. It's like, if you really want to get to me in Brawlhalla, that's really all you can do. And honestly, I don't really care that much about Brawlhalla to where that's going to really piss me off if I lose to somebody. It's like, if you're better than me and you can kick my ass, go for it. You know? I welcome the challenge. I like playing with skilled players. You know?
3, 2, 1, brawl!
It's fun, you know? Like, it's fun to see the type of crazy stuff that a skilled player can pull off, you know? Yeah, you know, it kind of sucks when you're getting, you know, mauled one-on-one or when people are teaming up on you and you're getting mauled 2-on-1. But, if somebody is a really skilled player, then I like playing with.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm not Smogon. I'm not going to ban somebody because they're too good. You know, like.
Yeah, but generally, you know, people suck, and technology, for the most part, you know, we're 1/5 into the 21st century, and the most that we have done with smartphones is we have the ability to. We have pretty much all of the world's knowledge in the palm of our hands, and most people just take pictures of their food with it.
Right.
Or they're playing games or watching porn or other things. It's like you've got this powerful device in your hand, and so very exceedingly few people do anything productive or useful with it.
You know something useful with it, and I'm sure you saw an example of it this afternoon.
I've been busy.
Amber Alerts.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, when somebody is kidnapped or when somebody is kidnapped or goes missing, the first 48 hours are crucial to trying to locate them. And smartphones are being used to send alerts to the phones of everybody in the area, whether they want them or not, letting them know that there is a missing person. And what to look for, like, you know, hey, they were last seen, you know, wearing this or with this type of person in this type of vehicle, you know, and, you know, like earlier today, I was watching anime with my roommate, and we started getting these Amber Alerts spammed on our phones, saying, hey, you know, there's a you know, 18-month-old baby that was kidnapped by a man in a silver, I think it was a Toyota Prius or something like that. You know, basically gives you the license plate number and saying, hey, this guy's on like a, you know, this guy's suspected in a homicide case and everything else. And
oh, good grief!
You know, like
homicide and kidnapping.
Yeah. So but the thing is, they're putting that information out there. So like, let's say you get that in your car, and you're driving behind the guy, you know, and you're stopped in traffic, and you check your phone, and it's like, oh, you call the police right there. Hey, he's right here, you know, like.
Shut down.
That's so powerful, you know. That's making really good use of the technology and saying, yeah, we can communicate with so many hundreds of thousands of people and get this vital information out to everybody to help save people's lives, and that's amazing. But yeah, there are people that do a lot of stupid stuff with their smartphones. But the thing is, if the smartphones didn't do all that stupid stuff, we wouldn't have so many people carrying them, and that Amber Alert technique would be a lot less effective. You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I agree with you on that.
You know?
Amber Alert thing is fantastic. It's just remember, I'm one of those people who still doesn't have one yet.
Yeah, no, I get it. I spent a long time with a stupid flip phone too, and you know, I ended up upgrading because I got a message on my text message that said, "Hey, we're discontinuing the service for this model of phone. If you want to keep using our service, then you need to upgrade." So I dread the day I get that message. Yeah, I went and bought a new $40 phone, keep my same service, and it's a smartphone, and I get to play, you know, AFK Arena on it. You know, like, so. You know, yeah, it's a crappy phone. It's not like, you know, the top of the line iPhone 12 or anything, but it does what I need it to do, and I'm really grateful that technology has progressed to that point, you know. And, you know, even on my crappy flip phone, I would still get those Amber Alerts, you know.
Jeez.
Like,
mine must be super ancient then.
Yeah, they would just send them to me as text messages. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad I don't get them because I'm on prepaid.
Yeah, that's
I'm
probably
extremely
why,
cheap,
honestly.
everybody.
That's honestly probably why. They probably have something where the prepaid customers don't get them. Because it's the service provider that decides who gets the Amber Alerts. But, anyway.
Player 2 wins.
Yeah, my point is, you know,
Alright, Abdul's back.
people suck, and for the most part, technology has been used to make people suck more and
Yeah.
worse and more efficiently.
Yeah, because they can directly target people that are sympathetic to them and feed them garbage. You know? Like, it's one of those things where when somebody only watches one form of media, only gets one side of the story, it's very easy to radicalize them. Yeah, same code as earlier, 753924. It's still the same room.
Yep, and that's partially why I took the name Siege as my moniker years ago, because I try to catch something from every possible angle,
Right.
and analyze the truth from the beginning, or from the middle of it.
I mean, it's one of those things.
It's
where
exhausting.
Right.
It's exhausting to be me because of that.
Right. Even if you disagree with one side or the other, which most people do, you still need to, like, if you're interested in, you know, politics at all, then you need to be aware of what the other side is saying. And, you know, if you're listening to it with an open mind and saying, hey, you know, maybe there's something to this, then so much the better. But, you know, either side is going to put a lot of opinion into their news these days. So, you know, it's one of those things where none of these news organizations are above not sharing certain facts that don't support their narrative. So, like, they don't necessarily lie about it, but they will omit the truth all the time. So
that's called the lie of omission.
Right. So but like I said, you know, that's not a criminally punishable lie. That's the thing, because they have broadcast codes that they have to follow. They can't just out and out lie to you. They can spin things in a certain direction. They can say, you know, they can say, hey, you know, Trump lost $9 billion on his or he lost almost $1 billion on his taxes. He's an idiot. Or they can say, hey, he got almost $1 billion in tax credits. He's a genius. And they're talking about the same thing. They're giving you the same facts that he lost almost $1 billion and then claimed it as tax credits. You know, but they're giving it. They're spinning it in two different directions. But they can't just sit there and say, "Oh, Trump didn't do that." You know, like, they can't just sit there and lie to your face.
3, 2,
They're not allowed to.
brawl.
If you know, they can't just knowingly provide you with false information. Like, but like I said, they can.
I'm sure they can.
No,
they do on a regular basis.
No, they are legally not allowed to under FCC guidelines. They cannot give you false information. Internet is a completely different story. People on the internet can lie to you all fucking day because it's the fucking Wild West. There's so little regulation of things that appear on the internet. It's crazy. But the things that appear on the airwaves are still regulated. So keep that in mind when you're talking about, like, you know, websites and whatnot. There's nobody preventing a website from lying to you.
As Disney's favorite animated street rat once put it, you're only in trouble if you get caught.
Well, you know, and that's true, but it's easy to catch that. And if you get caught, you get fined. And, you know, if there's one thing these people like more than lying, it's money. You know, so, you know, it's one of those things where, like I said, you can definitely expect them to spin the truth or omit the truth, but they can't outright fabricate things and still call it news. Now, there are plenty of news quote unquote news programs where they have, you know, pundits or special guests on, and those special guests will tell you whatever the hell they want, and they're not required to tell the truth. They're, you know, because they're just there to be interviewed. They can say whatever they want. But the people who are reporting things as news are required to uphold a certain standard, and if they mess it up, then they are required to print or otherwise issue a retraction And what we see a lot of the time in the news, whether it's the printed news on the internet or the 24-hour news cycles, is they'll trump up the headline really big. The headline will be huge, and then if it's wrong in any way and they find out about it later, then the retraction will be very insignificant. It'll be just like a blurb at the end of a news hour, or something on the back page of the newspaper. You know, just some little thing that says, "Oh, by the way, we were wrong about this." You know, and they don't really make a big deal about it. Definitely not as big a deal as they might make about the story itself. You know, so that's something you have to watch out for too. Is sometimes you'll see the story, but you won't see the retraction that points out the parts that were incorrect. You know, so that's something that some news organizations make use of. You know, so that if you're talking about somebody openly deceiving somebody, they can't knowingly give you false information. But if somebody says something and they just report that somebody says it, you know, that's not providing false information. That's saying, hey, somebody said this, you know, and then running with that narrative, you know. So, which is one of the things that Trump was doing during his, because Trump would take these conspiracy theories and he would repeat them, and then the news organizations would say, hey, President Trump said this. You know, so that's how they got a lot of these conspiracy theories into mainstream minds, because Trump was just basically repeating stuff that he heard, and the news organizations were able to report it as something that Trump had said.
Player 2 wins.
Gotta go. You're almost falling asleep. I don't blame you. But anyway, I don't necessarily like talking about politics. I mean, it's something that I think is relevant and on our minds, but I kind of look forward to politics kind of fading into the background a little bit. I know people are going to be very critical of Biden during his first term, but if that happens, but yeah, looks like we're 1v1 for now.
But where's Sundrive at?
The 1v1 doesn't allow Sundrive City. It's terrible. Like,
agreed.
You know, like, it's one of those things where Sundrive City is a really great map, but I think for 1v1 matches, they prefer the smaller maps. Like, they have like a special set of smaller maps for 1v1 matches, and I think Sundrive City is just too big to qualify. It's a more expansive map with a lot of little hidey holes and whatnot, and there's a lot of strategy to it. And for 1v1, they just want you to stand in front of each other and hit. Like, they don't really expect a lot of running about, knees bent, advancing behavior. You know, like,
they don't want you to play any mind games. They just want you to get.
They just want you to start and fight and kill each other. Anyway, but yeah, so we can go on with this for a while. I don't know if we don't get a few more people in soon, then we'll probably go ahead and call it a day. But anyway,
how's your ratings and viewership on that one Octopath episode?
It's all right. I mean, it's one of those things where I didn't expect it to be like ultra popular. The game's like not super new. It's not like I'm, you know, like, it's one of those things where when I play Disgaea next year, I'm expecting that to be really good. Like, I'm expecting that to do pretty well. But I'm not necessarily expecting amazing things from Octopath. It's just something that I wanted to play, and that you got for me. And I've been really enjoying it so far. I started with the Thief's Path, and apparently you get to basically start up every other character's path as you run into them. So,
I thought it was one of those you had to play the whole path of that one character.
Right, it's not like Saga Frontier in that regard. Like, you basically get to recruit all the other characters and start up their paths and whatnot. So, in that, it's a little friendlier than Saga Frontier in that regard, but also it's because Saga Frontier, you still had it to where you could meet with other characters, and if you had already played through that character's story, then sometimes that character that you met up with when you got them in your party would be very strong. But yeah, Saga Frontier has a really interesting sort of mechanic when it comes to that type of thing. And Octopath definitely has a very Saga Frontier-like feel to it, as far as like the look and the, you know, the path and whatnot, and the, like, definitely cosmetically. But gameplay-wise, it's quite different. Saga Frontier had this, learn by doing system that a lot of people got frustrated with games like Final Fantasy II. So, because it wasn't
That's the
so
kind
much...
of stuff that only works in like an action RPG.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't so much like Skyrim, where like every time you did something, it would give you a point towards learning it or whatnot, and then eventually you just learned the thing. It worked. It was just RNG. It was like, oh, if you get hit, then RNG might award you some extra max HP at the end of this fight. Like.
Or you could completely game the system in Final Fantasy II by having your teammates fight each other or even hit themselves.
Right. Well, like there was stuff in Final Fantasy II where there were exploits where like the biggest exploit I found in Final Fantasy II was there's a part in the game where you're not supposed to go in there. Like they've got guards stationed around the city, and if you try to talk to them, they fight you, and they are super ridiculously strong. But if you can get to the point where you can survive just like one hit, and you can survive one hit, and you can like basically if you you can start fighting them, and like basically at that point like every fight with them is a boss fight basically. But you can go in and fight these guards, and when you finally beat one for the first time, you get a shit ton of HP. So every subsequent fight with them is much easier because you have the HP and defense that you're getting from taking all these super strong hits from these super strong enemies. And so grinding that way, and eventually when you stop getting stats from fighting these guys, you just take your armor off and do it again.
Oh man.
Because then you're taking even more damage, and you're gaining defense and HP, and of course you're gaining attack from hitting something with way more HP and defense than your normal enemies too. So it's just one of those things where like the first few times are a huge struggle, but afterwards it's just an exploit,
Yeah,
and
I
the
remember.
thing is, those enemies are like regular enemies from way later in the game, like several, dozens of hours later in the game, like, oofed.
I remember that game having a really rotten, what I call a seesaw effect, though. If you're using a character and you were trying to level up their magic, you do the magic spells over and over again, and they get a bit more powerful the more you use them. But then if you start doing more physical attacks with that same character, the physical attack will go up, but the intelligence, the stat for your magic, will go down.
I don't think that one had that effect. I think there's been games that had similar effects, but I don't think that FF2 had the seesaw effect, or if it did, maybe it was just the original version and not the updated version in Final Fantasy Origins. Because that's the one that I've actually played for that.
Yeah, it's the same one I played.
Yeah,
I remember it having that effect.
I don't remember that. I don't remember it. I don't remember the stats being able to fall. I only remember them being able to go up. But yeah, Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll start playing some of these games for
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Oh shit! Start playing some of these games on Final Fantasy Friday or Free to Play Friday, whatever. I played Super Mario 35 this past Saturday. I really enjoyed that.
I poked my head in and watched for a few minutes just to get an idea of how the heck they were gonna do that.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Like,
I'd love to get a Switch and play it before it gets discontinued, but
yeah,
I don't see that happening.
yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video where someone was talking about the Hyrule Warriors demo for Age of Calamity. And they're saying that, you know, it has frame rate issues. They hope that they fixed it for the final version. I'm like, dude, you haven't played... Yeah. I'm like, you haven't played many Warriors games, have you? Because those games, they tend to get overloaded and various frame drops.
Because they swarm you with more enemies than the system can afford. Like, always.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean,
like,
I have
don't like
Warriors
the frame rate, kill a dozen of them.
yeah, kill a couple dozen, it'll get better.
Right?
The from what I hear, Definitive Edition of the first Hyrule Warriors very rarely, if ever, has any kind of drops.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's got that memory leak issue. So you take the good with the bad, I guess. But
take the good, you take the bad, you take the...
Yeah, case in point, I've got Warriors Orochi Ultimate 3, which was little more than a spit-shine port to the PS4 when it first came out, okay? And you would think that it being technically little more than a slightly upscaled PlayStation 3 game, that it wouldn't have any problems with pop-in or the frame rate drop-in or anything like that.
Right.
But no. There's especially a mode called Gauntlet Mode, which more or less acts like the old arcade game Gauntlet.
Oh wow, nice.
You gotta find an exit, and you're being swarmed with monsters, enemies, or whatever. And eventually, I mean, the way that it operates is it will eventually overwhelm you.
Nice.
It's like Horde mode or something like that.
Right.
And
but they don't have generators that they're coming out of, huh? Because that's the thing that made Gauntlet what it was, is because the enemies had generators that they came out of, and you could destroy the generators to stop them from spawning.
I don't remember if that mode has generators or anything like that. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it if they can eventually overwhelm you no matter what, but because it's one of those things where, because if it played exactly like Gauntlet, you'd be destroying generators as you went, and so like,
well,
you wouldn't be
had a lot
unless you were leaving generators.
Well, I'm just saying that it's very, very similar.
Right.
If I remember correctly, it was even called Gauntlet Mode. But the point I'm trying to get to is that I bet even if I put it on my PS4 Pro and run it in boost mode, I doubt that even it would not chug after a while in that mode.
Yeah, I mean, because there's just so many characters, and the CPU has to manage the AI for all of them. And a lot of the time, the way that it handles that is by, if it's not close to the player, I don't care about it, and it just leaves them standing there.
Yeah.
But you know, as the computers behind these game systems gets better, that happens less and less and less. But like, if you look at the first iterations of those games, it's really obvious that the AI only cares about operating the freaking NPCs that are right up your ass. Like, you know.
Well, the first Dynasty Warriors game was actually a one-on-one fighting game.
Oh, there you go.
And I don't know why they chose to go back to the drawing board and do what they did.
I guess I'm glad they did, because, you know, Dynasty Warriors Gundam is pretty cool, and Hyrule Warriors is nice, and Fire Emblem Warriors is cool.
3,
you know,
2, 1, brawl!
Princess, it's dangerous to go alone. Take me!
Right.
Yeah, Impa says that to Zelda at one point in one of the later levels.
No.
It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Oh, I do have to tell you that,
Are Are we
if you
finally
want to
going to get playable Zelda in Breath of the Wild 2?
that, I would not know.
Nobody knows yet. Like they said they were so close to adding it in Breath of the Wild 1. I'm gonna be kind of butthurt if they don't add it in Breath of the Wild 2. It looks like there's some sort of thing where like they're continuing the original story rather than just starting a new game. You know, like it looks like they're continuing the story that Breath of the Wild 1 had. You know, so yeah, that's why they're calling it Breath of the Wild 2 and not, you know, Legend of Zelda something something something. You know, like it's you know. But
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything of that nature.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, if you look at the, like, because they had a teaser trailer for it, and there was a lot of images of Link and Zelda together. You know?
Right.
So
they could be alternating.
It makes me think that they might have some sort of, like, Donkey Kong Country-esque tag in, tag out alternating system, or, you know, something like that, or have it to where Zelda follows you around using bow and arrow support or something, and you can control what weapons she has equipped and things. Like, you know, it's a whole new wrinkle to... Oh, shit.
Well, the thing to keep in mind is that early trailers rarely ever.
Yeah, they can have. You know, I know that you know they probably had barely started developing the game when they put that trailer out, and it was probably just some cool CG footage, and may or may not even make it into the game. But you know,
heck, even early gameplay demos could be altered incredibly.
Right.
For example,
depending on reactions.
Breath of the Wild on the Wii U was supposed to have the map on the frickin' map on the gamepad.
Oh wow.
There was a video. It was like on a Nintendo Direct years ago where it showed Aonuma and Miyamoto sitting together, and they did an off-camera or an off gameplay, whatever, camera shot of the gamepad, and it showed them accessing the map and zooming in on the freaking gamepad, and they removed that.
Right,
so
because they wanted to do a clean port onto the Switch. Like,
exactly.
That's really the only reason to do that. Ah, good game.
Finally got a win today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You worked hard for it. You deserve it. All right. Man, you know what? I think I'll keep going until we hit the hour, and then we'll go ahead and call it good.
Alrighty.
I was gonna say we'll end it now, but I was like, you know, I want to go at least the 2 hours, so we'll go ahead and keep going until the hour, and then we'll call it good.
Cool.
You know, I don't want to keep.
It'll give me.
Yeah.
It'll give me just enough more XP to get to level 23 with Bodvar.
Right. Well, I got the red palette coming up for Mako too, so I kind of
nice.
I'm gonna work towards that for a little bit. I probably won't get it before we end off, but
3, 2.
But yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing to
brawl.
work for here. Oh, yeet. But yeah, it's one of those things.
There's some that are speculating that the prequel story of Age of Calamity will tie into the sequel story.
I mean, I hope so.
That it'll have threads that'll,
Right.
you know, link right into the writing of it, and I did not mean to make that pun.
Yeah. Link to the writing.
Link to the story, whatever.
Legend of Zelda, link to the plot. Alright, there we go.
Well, as long as they don't give him a motorcycle named Epona, I'll be happy.
Right? Good God.
Oh, I remember years ago there was this fake
Game
supposed
Enforcer?
leak.
Oh,
Huh? No, it wasn't.
It wasn't Game Enforcer, it was a leak. Alright.
No.
Sounds like something
It
Game
was
Enforcer would do, though.
No,
Motorcycle with Epona on the license plate.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was this website that popped up right around the height of the Wii's popularity, and they claimed that the next Legend of Zelda was going to be all futuristic and cybertech and all that.
no.
It was literally going to be called A Link to the Future, and the minute I realized it was BS was the minute they said that the motorcycle would be named Epona.
Oh no.
Because that was too similar to Final Fantasy XIII's twin Shivas that turned into a motorcycle. I'm like, okay, that's it.
Well, Well, it's also super similar to Final Fantasy VII too, but you know. Oh man. Does anyone else think that Nintendo is slowly eroding away Link's identity?
How so?
I mean, first they take away his red hair and make him blonde. Then they take away his being a southpaw and make him right-handed. You know, like he's just, you know,
They
like.
well, for one, I don't think he wasn't really redheaded. He was more of a brunette.
It depends on which game you're looking at, like which game you're looking at the artwork for. In some games he was more redheaded, in other games he was more brown haired. But it's one of those things.
He's been pretty consistently blonde.
He's been blonde since
blonde or
Ocarina of
blondish,
Time, I think. But it's one of those things where before that he wasn't really blonde at all. Like you know, it was the 3D that did it. But
and they reinstated him as a southpaw for the Wii U port of Twilight Princess. The only reason he made him right-handed is because of most people are right-handed for the Wii remote.
right, I know that, but like with
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword, but he's isn't he right-handed again in Breath of the Wild?
I don't think so.
I'd have to double check. I don't think he's a lefty in that game either. But I might be wrong. I'll double check. But
I mean, it doesn't really matter because in Skyward Sword they more or less, you know, that's supposed to be canonically the first one in at the very top of the timeline.
right.
And spoiler alert, the reason why all the Zelda games seem the same, there's always a hero named Link, is because he's the reincarnation of the spirit of heroism or whatever.
I mean, however they want to spin it, that's cool. But you know.
Yeah, it's like
I don't
Link
try to keep up with the whole timeline. You know, I'll leave that to the people who are really interested in it. I just want the game to make sense in its own context. You know, like.
I'm just trying to recall from my own memory. I didn't play all the way through any Zelda game since Link to the Past. Because I have a horrible chronic case of gamers ADD.
Right. I mean, I beat Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time. I did not beat Twilight Princess because I got stuck on this stupid caravan minigame. Didn't beat Skyward Sword because I barely played it.
Because you still got that problem with your TV, right?
I still have the problem with the TV, but hopefully I won't have that problem if I hook the Wii U up to the computer and try using the Wii U to play games on the PC. So we'll see how that works when we come to it. But
they might do a Switch remaster of Skyward Sword by then.
It's entirely possible. There's so much good shit getting ported to the Switch all the time. Very happy about all the ports getting on the Switch, as long as they have a physical copy up there for them. You know, Crystal Chronicles, I was very disappointed it had no physical copy.
At least not in the States.
Right. But, you know.
What was the file size on that?
I'm not sure. But yeah, it's one of those things. I finally beat it. I'm done playing it, at least on stream. I might do some private matches with my friends, but it seems like the type of thing that not a lot of people are tuning in to watch. So
it's a bummer.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I understand it. It's definitely not for everyone. It's a beautiful game, and it's got some very challenging gameplay, and you know, some story aspects that are very cool. I really enjoy the plot and the visuals and everything. The voice acting was hit or miss. I liked the voice acting for the narratives and everything.
I didn't realize that game had voice acting.
Oh yeah, the new one has voice acting. Yeah. But the Moogle voices were terrible. Oh my god. Like, they gave voices to the Moogles, and they made them sound like normal people.
Oh, gads.
Like, so you got these Moogles coming up like, I'm the male Moogle, Kupo. It's like, no, you're not. Fuck off. Get yourself in high squeaky voice right now. Like, what you talking about, Moogle?
Maybe they forgot to press the button on the pitch shifter.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like that Moogle's
in the recording booth.
He's not a real Moogle. He's one of the Among Us aliens. He's trying to kill us. You know? Oh my gosh. Fuck! I'm dead. So dead. They're very dead. Fuck! Oh my god.
I decided to throw myself over for sympathy.
Haven't been to one of the streams in a while. Yeah, that is true. We're going to be ending in about 10 minutes, but if you want to jump in on the last game, you should be able to.
Room number 753924.
Here you go.
Again, that is 753924.
Yeah, and we're both on our last stock, so this should be over pretty quick here. Oh.
Player 2 wins.
Yeah, when we're done here, I'm going to go ahead and watch Bill and Ted Face the Music.
All right, cool.
Picked it up today.
Sweet. All right.
Mom and I had been watching the other two. We watched the first one the other week, Bogus Journey this past weekend.
Yeah.
My personal favorite.
Right. Bill and Ted's Weekend at Bernie's, you know, just I'm just kidding. That'd be a very different movie. Be like, oh no, Bernie died. I know, let's go back in time and prevent him from dying. Excellent! Anyway, if anybody wants to jump in, go ahead. This is probably going to be the last one. Again, room code is 753924.
I'm just shocked that they were able to get so many people to reprise their roles. And I do know that George Carlin technically makes an appearance.
Right. Well, I mean, because they can do that type of shit with... oh, hey, Sundrive City's back. They can do that type of shit with CG now. It's funny, they did like a Doctor Who 50th anniversary special thing, and it had like all the doctors in it, you know? And, like,
3, 2,
they asked Christopher
1,
Eccleston,
brawl.
who was the 9th, or technically 10th Doctor, about it in an interview, and he's like, no, they didn't even call me and ask me if I wanted to be in it. Like,
why was this guy 9th and technically 10th?
Because when he
Did
showed
he reprise
up,
the same?
no, basically what happened was in the story, he's the first Doctor that shows up after the show had been on hiatus. And so everybody started calling him the 9th Doctor because the last one that they had before the show went on hiatus was the 8th. And then, like, later on it's revealed that there was a Doctor in between those two Doctors. But that particular one did some semi-unspeakable things, and so he didn't call himself the Doctor.
I see.
So there was technically another one in between there, but he's not necessarily referred to as the Doctor. So you're technically correct if you refer to Eccleston as the 9th Doctor, but also correct if you refer to him as the 10th. So you know. And
the terrible things was something that the character did, right?
Yeah, he basically wiped a planet out of existence. So
it was like they had an antagonist as the lead instead of a protagonist.
He wasn't necessarily an antagonist. The reason he got rid of the planet was a good reason, but they didn't find that out until later. Like there was a thing where there was something where the Doctor's memories had been kind of wiped out from that incident, and so they didn't remember what had happened or why. And that special actually covered a lot of what happened, you know. So it basically covered what happened during the hiatus, and you know.
I
but
gotcha.
yeah, it's one of those things where it really set the Doctor Who fan base on fire when that character was introduced. It was I think John Hurt that played the actual Ninth Doctor / the in between character that didn't go by the Doctor,
Gotcha.
But the War Doctor is what some people call him, like. But yeah.
I keep telling myself I want to try Doctor Who one day, but
if you want to start with where they picked up after the hiatus, it's fine. You could also start with the first episode where David Tennant appears as the Doctor, because that's really cool. And you could also be okay. If you want to start watching, you start watching with the appearance of a specific Doctor. That's the best way to do it. Like,
yeah, I intend that when I get to watch it, I'll pick the David Tennant season.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one.
I mean, isn't he the voice?
He's the voice
of
Scrooge McDuck, so
yeah, I was gonna say
he's gonna already be someone you're familiar with. If you're a Heroes fan, you've probably already seen Eccleston as well. But
really familiar with Heroes in title. I've seen the logo and that's it.
Right. Yeah. Eccleston was a character that appeared in a few episodes. He appeared as a character in a few episodes of Heroes, and he had an invisibility power where he could turn invisible, and he has a beard in that series. So my former roommate was watching it, and because I wasn't super into it, but he was watching it, and and we're watching Eccleston's character interacting with the protagonist, and I'm like, I'm sitting there going, man, that guy's really familiar, and I didn't say anything at first, and I'm like looking around, like, and then it dawns on me who he is, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Doctor Who. And they look at him and they're like, oh my god, you're right. It was just great. All right. Okay, one more. We'll do one more, and then in the stream, because we got somebody new jumping in. I feel really bad for just dipping out after somebody new jumps in. So
cool.
We'll do one more Fatal 4-Way, and then that's going to be it. So I really appreciate everybody coming by.
Yeah, when it comes to British IPs, you know me, I was always more of a Tomorrow People kind of guy.
Yeah.
But if they were be able to put together either on Netflix or some streaming service a long-running series based word for word off of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I would subscribe to that service just for that show.
Right. Oh god.
I mean, there's enough in that entire 5 or 6 book series to last probably 10, 15 seasons.
Right.
And that's like without filler.
Right. Because that's the thing. There's so many series based on books that end up cutting a bunch out, and it's like, you could milk it a little bit. There's potential there, and I know that some of it gets cut for content reasons, like Overlord, for example. The books for Overlord have a ton more in them than what the anime series does. The first Overlord series is like the first 3 books, and it's 13 episodes. And it's like you can't cram 3 books into that little time. There's something that's going to have to give there.
Right.
And and like I said, a lot of what was cut out of Overlord was edited for content reasons, because Overlord has really brutally violent stuff in there. But honestly, it's funny because a lot of the violent stuff stayed in. The stuff that got edited out for content most often was people pissing themselves, because that happens a lot in the books, because like the creatures in Overlord are freaking terrifying. And when people see them, like, sometimes just the sight of them is enough to get people urinating. Like, you know, like, in book 1, like, Ainz, the protag, appears in front of two girls. And one of them is a very young girl, the other one's, like, in her teens. And, they both piss themselves just at the sight of him. Like, you know, and it's one of those things where it's really funny. Like, some of the situations that happen where people find themselves involuntarily urinating in Overlord. It's just funny.
Dominating.
Like,
Shut down.
That stuff that was censored out of just the American?
The anime version doesn't really have, as far as I remember, anything of that left in it. Like, they cut out, like, literally every instance that I can think of somebody pissing themselves. You know, like, because they still have the scenes, but they just cut out that part. You know, like the scenes where it's that scene where he meets those two little girls is still in the anime, but neither one of them pisses themselves during that scene. You know, like, and you know, like I said, there's plenty of people that that find themselves involuntarily urinating in the book series, but they never really put it in the anime at all. And like I said, presumably for content reasons. You know.
Player 4 wins.
GG. That was a good last game. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Janimaru Sensei, GG. Congratulations. Alright, that is going to be
good game.
It for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I really enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for playing. And of course, as always, I really do hope that everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
Later.